Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Katie. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Lexi, the law nerd. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Ellie. Good morning, Peanuts. Good morning, Ashley. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is a wonderful Tuesday. I have not stopped laughing since yesterday. Good morning, Quizzical Girl. Good morning. Good morning from the UK. What time is it there? Is it morning there or is it night there? I don't know. Good morning. Good morning. First of all, I want to do some housekeeping before we get started. I believe that with court we have. Can you guys hear me? Because I have my mic like down here. I don't know if it's good. Let me know if you guys are having a problem hearing me. Um, so we have a half day Thursday. We have no court on Tuesday. So I think I'm going to finally do my Sister Wives live maybe Thursday evening. And then we're going to do our insurance live on Friday that everybody's been asking me about. So I have created like a PowerPoint and everything for you guys. I got it going on. So we're going to do that on Friday. And I figured out how I'm going to do my giveaway with some help from some other YouTubers. I'm going to, so as part of the giveaway, you're going to get a hat. Do you guys see that? Is y'all cool? I think I love it. We're going to get full of alcohol and audacity. Isn't that cute? And I got on a shirt today, guys. I don't know if you can see. It says full of alcohol and audacity. It's really cute. That's all going to come in the bundle that I'm going to do a giveaway for. But you have to know that if you win the giveaway, you're going to be working too. Like you're going to win, but you're also going to be like my personal, what do they call it? Quality control. You're going to be my personal quality control. I need you to wear it. I need you to wash it. I need you to use it. I need you to leave it in the sun. I need you to do all the things and report back to me and tell me how you like it. Cause I'm just trying to make sure that when I do have merch, you guys, I want it to be good quality stuff. So what we're going to do is everybody who's ever sent a Cash App, a Venmo, a Super Chat, a Super Thanks, I'm going to put you guys all in some sort of thing and we're going to pull some names. And it's going to go to the end of the month because I don't want people to feel like they were left out. And I want people to feel like, you have to send me money. Listen, if you sent $1, if you sent 25 cents, if you sent a thank you to my website, you're going into the drawing. Also, there are people that I see here every day. You're going into the drawing. I see you. I know who you are. You know who you are. You're going into the drawing. What does the back of the hat look like? It has my little legal pour. My little legal pour on the back of it. Isn't that cute? But yeah, so um you're gonna be like my quality control group or person. And I need you to do all the things. I need you to leave it in the car. I need you to wash it. I need you to step on it. I need you to let your friend borrow it and go to a concert. I need you to wear makeup in it. I need you to do all the things and then report back to me. So we're going to do that probably at the end of the month because I want to give more people time to join the drawing. And then I have a lot of stuff going on. Guys know I have a daughter going to prom and graduation and getting ready for college. So that's coming at the end of the month. So continue to give your Cash Apps, your Venmos, your Super Chats, your Super Thanks, and continue to show up every day because I notice people that are here every day with me every morning. And I appreciate it. All right. Let's get into it if we're going to get into it. You guys, I have been, I've been thinking about this all night. And I think I figured it out, you guys. I think I figured it out. We're in a simulation. None of this is real. Okay. None of this It's real. You're not there. I'm not here. Did you guys ever see the Matrix and they were just like in the pods, but they were like plugged into the Matrix? This is all a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bullshit, because there's no way. Okay. Y'all know I work and I kind of watch the trial in the background, and some things will catch my attention where I'll go, what is he talking about? So I'll listen to this guy and his times and his, of course, we're talking about Burgess now. We're going to go back to the other people, but we're talking about the main thing right now. And so I'm talking about his times and blah, blah, blah. And I know this is the guy that they've had so much hoopla about. So Alessi gets up, and I know Alessi is about to, I know Alessi's going to cook. He's going to do it slowly. He's going to do it methodically, but he's going to cook them up. Chef Curry with the pot. So here Alessi starts. So let's talk about your education. I said, why are we doing that? Like, we just did that. I can't stand that part. I usually listen to that part on 2.5. And he says, we have your CV here. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And I was already tuned up when he said he's still pursuing, because I'm like, how are you an expert and you're still pursuing a bachelor's degree? I'm like, okay, I guess, a lot of these tech guys don't really need the degree. I mean, it would help, but I mean, a lot of it is certifications and experience. I'm like, but you're still, okay, whatever. When we found out that this man is saying on LinkedIn and on his company website, and I went to look, it's still there, that he has a Bachelor of Science degree. Now, let me tell you something. I said, excuse, what's going on here? What is happening? I had so much secondhand embarrassment for this man. Like, when I get embarrassed or like nervous, my ears get really hot. And I found myself being nervous, like he was talking to me. I said, what is happening? There are so many times I watch these trials, you guys, and I say things like, I have never seen anything like this. And I start to feel like, well, geez, have I ever watched any trials? What is going on? Why do I keep saying I've never seen anything like this? But this, I can confidently say, I have never seen anything like this. You guys know that we have been needling the idea that Brennan is a double agent. If this did not give you a check in the box that Brennan is a double agent, I don't know what else you need. There's no way. There's no way Brennan picked the only expert that does not have a bachelor's degree. And it's not the fact that he does not have a bachelor's degree. It's the fact that he lies about having a bachelor's degree. Do you understand? They are paying Brennan upwards of $200,000, $300,000, which means they have given him the latitude and the leeway and the resources to do what he wishes. Okay? I 100% believe they would not turn Brennan down if he came in there and said, I need $75,000 to hire a crime scene reconstructionist who is absolutely going to say he has a video of Karen. Let me tell you something. They will give it to him with no problem. That means they have the power of the government behind them to hire whomever they choose. And you'll pick the one guy I said, what is going on? What is going on? I didn't think that could get worse than Buchanan. I didn't think that could get any worse. Buchanan was the worst testimony for them in the world. And then you put this man up here who in multiple places is saying that he has a bachelor science in mathematics and who the hell else knows, because the degree doesn't exist. Oh my God, I fell out of my chair. I fell out of my chair. Not only, listen, my great people of the world, if you're going to lie about your degree, make sure that the school you're going to lie about has that extra. I'm telling y'all, the embarrassment I felt, my ears were hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt like he was talking to me. I would have just gotten up and left. I would have closed my notebook and I said, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna head out. Okay. What is going on? What is going on? Good morning, Team Wicked Smart. What is going on? The degree doesn't exist. That was my face. I went. He says he has been pursuing a degree since 2008. Now listen. I am not, and I said this on my TikTok, I am not an education snob. Okay. I understand that things come up and sometimes it takes people 10 plus years to get that bachelor's degree, and more power to them. Nobody should stop them. You continue until you get the degree that you want. However, I wish Alessi would have asked him, how many credits how many credits do you have right now? Like, are you registered for any? Should have faked the seizure. Listen, I would have had a coughing fit. Do you understand? I wouldn't have been able to continue on. I need a break. Y'all can't tell me Brennan didn't know. I wonder when he knew, though. When did Brennan know? Do you think that they just called this firm Aperture and asked and said I need a expert on this, and he was up. Okay, Burgess was up, and they just took their word for it and never did any digging, never verified that he was what he said he was. Because listen, at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, he probably is very well qualified to talk about the things he was talking about. Now, when I went to Eastern Michigan University, got my degree in sociology, criminology, with a minor in social work. I didn't take any math classes. Okay. But I know the difference between a megabyte and a gigabyte. And I don't think that I personally would get those things confused. But I could understand that someone could. Now, I'm sure that his certifications and his experience has made him, okay, I'm trying to get this out because I believe that this man has tried and has done all the certifications he needs to actually talk about the things that he's talking about. So why are you lying? Like, why not just leave it off? I don't understand. Why not just leave it off? And that's where it becomes a problem. You didn't leave it off because you feel like you need it. You could 100% convince me that you don't need an actual bachelor's degree to be an expert in cell phone tech. Okay, because I think my 4-year-old can probably get a certification the way she moves around that cell phone. Okay, so I could believe. Yes, make sure everybody likes and subscribe. I be forgetting to tell y'all that. There's a world where I could believe you don't need a bachelor's degree. You just get certifications and experience, and you worked with it enough. I can get that in my brain. But then why would you put it there? It's because you think you need it. You think it leads to your credibility. And if you think it leads to your credibility, then I have to think that it leads to your credibility, and you ain't got one. Oh my God. I wonder what the juror who was making faces, I wonder what face they were making when that came out. Because that was a slow burn. I'm telling y'all, if y'all, and apparently people on Twitter already knew, but I'm not on Twitter. So I was listening and I said, why are we talking about education again, Alessi? We just did that. What's going on? I don't need to hear that again. Then he said, look at this one. It says still pursuing. And I said, that's odd. Bachelor's degree. You should be pursuing a master's degree if you're sitting up here as an expert, but I don't know, whatever. He said, you don't have that degree, do you? I'm coming to meet you, Elizabeth. I was like, we are in a simulation, you guys. This is not real. This is some San Junipero type AI that we're living in. You guys, I've never seen it. I have never seen it. I have seen experts take things off their CV because that they didn't like that they worked with that person. I have seen experts add a little extra to the description of something they did on their CV. I have never seen an expert lie on their CV about a degree they have. I have never seen that. I have never seen that. Do y'all think Brennan knew? Well, he knew. He knew. That's why he didn't ask him. But when do y'all think he knew? It had to be after the report, because if it was before, he would have just gotten a new expert. When do y'all think he knew? I would love to know that. And did he think the defense was not going to find out? Kelly, I don't think he knew all along. I mean, I think he knew all along today or yesterday, which is this is why Brennan is a double agent, because he could have gotten ahead of that on direct, but he wanted to smash on cross. I'm telling y'all, Brennan is working with the feds. He's free Karen Reed. I'm telling y'all, he has to be. He has to be, because for all of the issues with Burgess, he's not backing down. He's not fighting with Alessi. He's not going back and forth with him. He's like, yes, no, I don't. He tried to say it was a misunderstanding. That was crazy. That was crazy. No, we don't have no misunderstanding, sir. Either you graduated in 2022 or you did it. There's no misunderstanding. The misunderstanding is that you put the date there. That's not a misunderstanding. That's just a lie. Okay? That's just a flat out lie. We all know how CVs work. If you're still going, what do? You put the year you started, and then you put a little dash, and then you put pursuing, ongoing, not complete. If you put a date there, we all assume that you finished. And 2022 is not even, what is the error? What is the error? Because you just told us that you started in 2008. What's the error? Is it 2008 or 1998? I don't even know. The man been going to school my whole life. When did Brennan know? He has to be a double agent because he could have asked him on direct. You don't have a bachelor's degree, right? No, I don't, but I have all the certifications required to be an expert. Like something. This is why I think he didn't know, you guys. I think Brennan's head is so far up his own ass that he didn't know. He literally didn't know. I was so embarrassed for him. Do y'all think? Who's lying though? Who is lying? Is it him himself? Is it his company? Who's lying? Because first of all, let's talk about his company, Aperture. They seem like they on some get rich quick as well. Because listen to if you back out if you back out of the shock and horror of this man not having a degree, you have to think about what Aperture is being paid for and what they have been paid for. So they were paid for one report, okay, the first one, but that was all wrong because he didn't understand the difference between bytes and bits and megabytes and gigabytes and megabits and gigabits. So he had to do another one, which I'm sure they were paid for. Then he did the second one. That's the one that they got. And then on his own, we're going to talk about that. On his own, he did a third one where he actually went into the actual time frames and not and all the way down to the second and not a 60-second interval. And then he was paid for that. I think Aperture is a whole scam. Everybody. Because how are you just doing all this work and getting paid and nobody's asking you to do it? You did one that was wrong. So you had to do another one. I'm sure they were paid for both of them, the wrong one and the right one. And then on your own, you just do some more work. So did you do that for free? I hope, unless he asks him that. Were you paid for this report you just did on your own, or was that for free? You just did that out the goodness of your heart? Because who paid you for that? Nobody asked you for it, so nobody should be paying you for it. Who paid for that? And then, let me tell y'all something. If they don't start today with Bev having grave concerns, I'm going to have a problem. Because if you believe he copied and pasted that per your request, I have a bridge to sell you, a bridge to Canada. Okay? Because I don't believe that. Because why would it be per your request additional information? What was the additional information? Wouldn't the copy and paste be per your request? Here's the report. It said per your request, here's the additional whatever. Where did that copy and paste come from? What was the additional? What was the original additional? That's what I think Alessi should have went. Well, show me the original where you copied and pasted that from. He's going to be like, oh, it wasn't to Brennan. It was to somebody else. I just copied and pasted this just in my email box. You're an absolute fool if you don't think Brennan asked for that. Because who's paying for it? Who's paying for it? Nobody's doing work for free. At the kindness of their heart, who's paying for it? It's all about the money at the end of the day. Who's paying for it? He called Brennan on the 7th and said, look, I'm done with the report. Do you want me to send it? It cost this much. And Brennan was like, yeah. Because you didn't talk to Tully 7,000 times. And then you talked to Brennan, all while still sitting up there saying you haven't talked to anybody. Sir, we don't believe you. Just get on down. Sir, come on. Come on, Poe baby. Just get down. Just get down. If I was him, I wouldn't show up today. I would have stomach ulcers or something. Somebody make me an obituary for I would not show up. Absolutely not. I don't have nothing else to say to you people. I don't have anything else to say to you people. What is going on? And Brennan is doing all this just so he can change the time. Just so he can change the time, because that's the only way he thinks he gets a conviction. Because I don't know if that also got lost in the shock and horror of him not having a degree. What they're trying to do, and I'm going to shrink it down very, very small. John's phone last locked by his hand at 12:32:09. That's when his phone locked. Now, before, they were saying whatever event Karen had in her car was at 12:31 and some change, which means that if his phone locked at 12:32 and some change, it couldn't have been her. It doesn't make sense because he was walking and taking steps after that, right? So what they're trying to do is move that time. Now they're trying to say the whatever incident Karen had in her car happened between 12:32:04 and 12:32:12, which means that's right at the time that John locks his phone for the last time. So that's what they're trying to do. And that's what he needs, which is why he is willing to put this man on the stand who lied about having a degree, because he needs that time change like he needs air to breathe. Okay? He needs it. He needs that time change so bad that he is willing to go with this expert, because he knows that's all he has. He needs that to be the time of the incident in her car so bad that he is willing to put this man on the stand. Even though, if that's the case, how she made it home in 3.5 minutes? Because we know that the Wi-Fi connecting, everybody agrees on that. Everybody agrees that the Wi-Fi connected at 12:36. You're telling me she made it home in 3.5, 4 minutes on a 6-minute drive on a good day? On a good day, it's 6 minutes if there's no traffic and you're doing a speed limit. But we know there's light snow coming down. She's half drunk. So you're clearly driving slower and more carefully. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And was it worth it? Was it worth it? Nobody believes this man. Nobody believes this man. And if I was a juror, I would be annoyed that I got to listen to another day and a half of him talking, and I've already tuned him out. Once I heard you lied about your ID, it's just like la, 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 la. And I still have to listen to you talk for a whole nother day. I would be over it. Oh, please get him down. Get him down. Thank you. We've had enough. Move along. And even past him, we had the hair guy. I just don't I'm telling y'all, Brennan is a double agent. Has to be. He has to be a double agent. You did all of that. You put on at least 3 people to talk about this hair that you found. And the hair could belong to 17 people, all of whom have been in or around that car. What was the point? What was the point? I was for sure they were going to come in here and say that hair absolutely unequivocally belongs to John O'Keefe. No, that hair could be his mamas, his cousins, his nephews, his uncles, anybody related to his mama. That's who that hair could be. Why did you waste my time? Why did you waste my time? What are you doing? You're wasting time on a hair that could be one of 17 people, and you still have not shown me Proctor. This is what I would be thinking as a juror. This is what I'd be thinking if I was a juror. I don't care about this hair. Show me this Proctor person everybody keeps talking about. Where is he? I've heard Proctor's name come out of every single witness's mouth. Where is he? You talking about a hair that we don't even know who it is. Of whom could be anybody. Anybody. It could be Peg sitting there. It could be her hair. We don't care. Why are we talking about it then? Why are we talking? I'm telling y'all, this is a simulation. None of this is real. We're all in the matrix. Nobody has brought me my pill yet, and I want my red pill because I can't take it anymore. This can't be real. When Alessi kept bringing out CV after CV after CV, but this man said he completed this degree, I don't think Brennan knew, y'all. I don't think Brennan knew. As much as I think he's a double agent, and I do think he's a double agent, I don't think he would be that obvious with the espionage. I don't think he would be that obvious. I don't care about any facts of this case, and no one can drive in reverse at 24 miles per hour. I know I can't. I know I can't. You get a good 5 out of me. Definitely not straight. Definitely not straight. I want to know. Oh, I would pay money. He wasn't objecting. I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew. I feel like he would have objected to that line of questioning, especially after the third one. I don't think he knew, which is terrible. Which is terrible. Because how do you rehabilitate that? How do you get up on direct and rehab? I'm sure he's going to say you don't need a bachelor's degree to do your job, right? You have what kind of certifications do you have? What kind of classes have you taken? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Because it's not the fact that he does not have the degree. And that's the thing. Brennan feels like, I don't feel like he pays attention to what the actual issue is. Nobody cares that he doesn't have the degree. That's not the issue. The issue is he's walking around saying he does have the degree, putting it on his website, on his company website where you go to look for experts that he has the degree, putting it on his LinkedIn that he has the degree. And he does not have the degree. And in fact, the degree does not exist. I just would love. Could you imagine if I was just up here like, yeah, you know, I'm a lawyer, and I never went to law school? I mean, you know, I started pursuing my law degree like 4 years ago, but you know, I'm still working on it. But you know, I've been to the law library. I've read a lot of books. I know a bunch about some cases. Oh, the shame of it all. That's right. The shame of. I was embarrassed for him. This does not happen. This does not happen because you're supposed to vet your experts down. Okay. You're supposed to do background checks. I need to make sure that you have the degrees that you say you have so that the defense can't come in and do anything like this. Make sure they're still active. If you have any certifications, if you have any licenses that need to be renewed every year, I need to make sure they're active. There is no way you put someone on the stand who is walking around. Team Wicked Smart. That is one of my favorite things to say. Dishonor on you, dishonor your cow. Oh my God, I can't believe you said that. That's from Mulan, you guys. I love it. There's no way. There's no way this happens. I keep leaning back and forth because I'm trying to say, did Brennan know? And then I'm like, he had to know. But did he know? But he had to know. But did he think? First of all, you already see that they're mad about this expert. They're already upset, the defense, I mean. They're already upset that you're trying to bring out a brand new report at the 19th hour. So you know they're about to try to find any reason they can to discredit this second report. And all the while, you know this man does not have a degree. There's no explanation besides he's a double agent. There's no explanation besides Brennan is working with the Fed. He has to be. That's it. He's working with the feds. He has to be. And this was supposed to be your boom, your mic drop end of the day. This whole day was just a loss for Brennan. Like it all was a loss. You have DNA people coming up there telling us that John's DNA is in the car. Duh, it ought to be. It better be. It should be. Why are we wasting time? All because you need this new time to fit. You need it that bad. You need it that bad. But then thinking about how, and I think I said this about Trooper Paul, you have the power of the government behind you, which means you could go out and get any number of experts. But these are the ones that you can get. And why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why is it that these are the only experts that will come and speak for you? A Trooper Paul or a Burgess who doesn't have a bachelor's degree. Why is that? Why can't you get any reputable, credible experts to come speak on behalf of the Commonwealth? Huh? Huh? Isn't that interesting? That's right, Kelly. They can't find credible people to back the nonsense. And so they're stuck with what they got. Brennan is a master gaslighter, so he's going to come back up there on redirect and act like it's not that big a deal, even though I know he was shitting himself yesterday. If you could see under that table, I know that leg was rocking a mile a minute. I know that he wanted to kick himself yesterday. How do you come back from that? How do you come back from that? I would just be, like I said, there would be nothing else you could say to me for the rest of, like, get this man off the trial. I would be on the jury just like doodling because I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, sir. You're not, you don't even have, get down. I don't care. I don't care. And then he's like, oh, it's outdated. Well, update it. Well, when were you going to update it? Seems like it's been updated since at least 2022. You still didn't have a degree then. So why did you update it to 2022? What are you talking about? What are you, sir? Huh? Huh? I'm telling you, I think this aperture firm is like a big, huge, like scam artistry. Because who is this other expert? I don't believe nothing you got to say because all your work came from him and you had to rely on what he had to say. So both of y'all can just go and y'all came from the same firm. Yeah. Aperture seems like they'll work for whoever, doing whatever, just to get the money because you don't even have a degree. Don't even have a degree. In 17 years, you couldn't finish a bachelor's degree. You could do that online. I don't even care what your bachelor's degree is in. That's the thing. That's the thing. Because he has all of these certifications, you could get a bachelor's degree and goddamn, I'm sorry, Pam. Jesus Christ. You could get a bachelor's degree in art history. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You have not found the time and the need to get a bachelor's degree in 17 years, but you want to walk around saying that you have one? It's because you think you need one. If you think you need one, then I think you need one. And you ain't got one. So why are we listening to you? Why are we listening to you? I don't care what you have to say. Is you cool? Is you cool? I would not come back. I would not come back if I was that man. Sorry to that man. I would get on the plane and go home. I don't know what to tell you. I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. My stomach hurt. I can't. He's not from Massachusetts, hedgehog in space. He's from like Alabama or Texas or something. Y'all flew this man in from Texas, Alabama, and he didn't have a degree. You telling me you couldn't go up there to the college roundabout UMass and find you a cell phone expert who actually had a degree? I don't know what's going on here, but I'm sure that we're in a simulation. It's like one big punked episode. And at the end, it's going to be a TV show. And they're going to be like, look how many people we got. Look how many people really thought this was real. You can't make this up. You can't write this script if you are a Hollywood screenwriter. Actually, this is the only time it happens. This is the only time an expert will lie about their degree is in a Hollywood movie. What is happening? Unless he could have sat down. Unless he could have sat down. I know he's going to meticulously go through all his findings, but I'd have been like, so you lied about the degree, so you don't have that degree, so we don't really even have to trust anything you say, right? You don't know the difference between bytes and bits, and we don't really care, right? Oh, okay, no further questions. I would have sat down. Oh, okay, no further questions. I don't care. I don't care what you're talking about. It doesn't really matter. I would have gotten down. Do you hear me? I'd have just, excuse me, Judge. I'm just gonna pack up and I'm gonna go. I would have gotten down. You're not, listen, you're not about to embarrass me on national television. I gotta work here. You don't. You're not about to embarrass me on national television. And I think he's acting like it's not a big deal because to him it's not a big deal. And the thing is, it might not be a big deal. I'm sure it's not a big deal. Like I said, I'm sure the bachelor's degree is not necessary to the job you do. I'm sure most of these cell phone experts, it's a certification that goes with. I don't even know if there's a class you can take. Maybe, some sort of engineering or computer. I don't know what the degree would be. I'm sure it's not that big a deal. So then why lie about it? So then why lie about it? Can you imagine if Jackson got to cross him? I was thinking about that. Team Wicked Smart. I was thinking about that. And this is why Karen has best defense team in a while. Because everybody has their strengths. And I think that if Jackson would have crossed him, it would have been too, even though I love Jackson, it would have been too much because this guy wasn't fighting back. If Jackson would have done it, it would have came off like bullying because he's not fighting back. Jackson is good with the people that he knows are not going to answer questions the way they should be answered. This is great for Alessi because of how meticulous he is and how he walks it up real slow so that you understand. It was perfect for Alessi to do this cross because this guy's not fighting back. So it's hard to feel sorry for him. I think if Jackson did this cross, you start to feel sorry for the man, for Burgess. Alessi does this cross and you're like, what the hell is going on? What is going on? Let me get to these super chats so I can get to work. We got a super sticker from Brock. Thank you. We got $5 from Here Comes the Drama. We appreciate you. I appreciate you guys too. Let's see the expert slayer. I will get a German Shepherd to bit it. You don't know the difference between bit and bite either. I see. Let's see the expert slayer. We got 5 from Shari D. Trial 2.0, some candid camera, Twilight Zone kind of Matrix shenanigans. Will Shannon cry and or no show today? I wouldn't come. You couldn't get me to come. I would not to be there. You hear me? My stomach, somebody sick, my kids, I had to fly out. You would never see me again. Would not come. Absolutely not. We got another 2 from Alessi, the expert slayer. Homeboy cheeks were strawberry red. Yeah, and that little piece of skin under that little curl, under that little Tommy Pickles curl he had. Oh, he couldn't take it. He was a bright red. We got $9.99 from Tons of Fun. Super sticker. Thank you so much. And we got 5 from Renee. Have you seen the video Microdots put out about Kanoni signaling Brennan yesterday? No. What the heck is that about? Now I gotta go watch it. Signaling him and doing what? What did she signal him to do? But I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, that is so crazy that I'm not even surprised. Like, I'm not even like, no, she wouldn't do that. Nope. But I absolutely believe it. And I want to know what she's signaling him to do. It's on Microdots. So I'm going to go watch it. Signaling him to object. Let me tell you, I believe every word. I believe every word. I believe every word because I think Brennan is so hot. He was so hot that he couldn't even hear. You know, when you're mad, you're just focusing on being mad. I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. Now I want to go watch it. I want to go watch it. She said, I 100% believe. I believe every word. I don't even doubt it. Not for a second. I don't doubt it for one measly second. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go to work. We're going to see if that man shows up today. If he do, he is one of the Lord's strongest soldiers. He is one of the Lord's strongest soldiers because I wouldn't. I would be on the plane to my home. I would never show my face again. But, you know, he's probably under subpoena. I wouldn't do it. You'd have to have the sheriffs come get me. And I would get up there and plead the fifth. I don't know what I'm pleading the fifth about, but you would not get me to open my mouth again. Craziness. Anyway, good morning, you guys. Have a great day. We will talk tomorrow. I'm putting everybody who got a super sticker or a super chat today, we're definitely put in the drawing. Again, it comes with this wonderful hat that I love. Comes with the cup and it comes with the shirt, and you will be my official what do they call it? I was gonna say team mascot, but that's not what it is. You're gonna be my experiment. I don't know. I just saw that. I just saw your name. But you know, you're gonna be my crew to make sure everything working right. I can't think of the name right now, but I'm all discombobulated. I gotta go make sure I got my degree. Y'all better check me, make sure I got a degree. Tester. That's what it is. My tester. You're gonna be my testers. Make sure it works right. And brand rep. That could be cool too. Y'all could be my brand rep. Okay, guys. Bye. Have a good day.